Subscribe and like, because I have to sit down and edit what I just got done filming. It does take some time, but there you have it. This is the one I'm going to be doing, the twin blade. It's the newer style Exmark commercial 21-inch, and I am going to be taking some parts off of the Metro 21, Proline 21. Basically the same mower. Here it is, the old one. But I'm going to go ahead and take this blade system off and go ahead and start converting over. Okay, I got the assembly off. This is how it looks on the newer style. It's actually built together in one piece. If you remember, been doing this long enough, you come across the old Metros. Their assembly was the pulley drive and your retainer plate, or retainer, blade retainer. So what I did to make this work is I went ahead and took off this assembly here, and I noticed that the crank size are the same on the Honda engine and the older Kawasaki engines. The one over there is the FJ180. So what I did on this one here is took this pulley drive. Okay, so is number 18, part number 467910, and then the woodruff key, which they're calling a key square, 5-1077. Okay, so I've got this, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my key. And then when I go over here, this Honda retainer already has, okay, it doesn't have anything, but, oh, grab the wrong one. Okay, this has a built-in key to it. I'm going to go ahead and lube this up with Mower. Makes it a lot easier to put on, but you know, I'll slide that on all the way. If I can see here and hold the camera at the same time. So I'll slide that on, and then I'll use that woodruff key on the other one and stick it in this one here on this Honda retainer. Now, the problem, if you consider a problem, you're not going to be able to use that plate. Okay, so I mean, I can cut this and make it work and put it up there, and it have like a little bit of hole. Honda itself, they don't have a plate underneath there. The issue is you can have stuff coming and shooting out. Honda doesn't have a little area here where things can shoot out, because that's the way they designed it. So there it is. So that goes on. You know, of course the belt's got to go on first with the pulley, and then Honda has a double system blade, has a upper and lower, and bolt that down. They sold me the wrong bolt for this. I gave them the part engine number and all. Anyways, they got me I got to go and get the right one. My other one's used up on my other mower. So yeah, so basically you'll need two washers set up, and I'll put that down in the description. But so I'll put the right size bolt there, and these just, you know, go like so, and this goes on top. Now I will tell you this is too long at that point. Now I do have to drill this slightly bigger to make this fit. I mean, it'll go in if you screw it in, but I don't want to ruin my threads. So I ended up slightly drilling my other one and it'll fit through. But this one here was too long, so I had to go and get just a little bit shorter one of these to make it work. Got my shaft lubed up, and I went ahead and drilled a hole in this blade holder, this blade retainer holder. 7/16 drill bit. I mean, hardly anything came off this, but it just made big enough for the new bolt to go in there. And I went ahead and got a new one. I had an older one, but I was gonna just use something new. And these are hardened, as well as this washer is hardened as well. These are just extras. I wanted to play around just to make sure that I'm got the most threads inside this crank as possible. So this is a 1 inch, 1 1/4, and 1 1/2. I'll tell you which one I used. And that was a 7/16 by 20 is what these are. Okay, so I have this on, got the belt on, so I could be able to slide in. I actually put too much moly on there because it's going everywhere, and so I have to spray it down real good with some carburetor cleaner so my belt don't slip like crazy. So got that on there. This one here, go ahead and put my little key in there, and so my key is up in there, and this will slide on. Line that up just like that, and now I will put the bolt in. So I'm gonna see which length is the best fit for this application. I'm just gonna try the long one and see if I bottom out. Here's the 1 1/4, the 7/16 by 20 by 1 1/4. You can see where it bottomed out and there's too much space there. So I'll try the next step up. It's probably going to be the shortest one I have, and it is still a little longer than the original one that I was trying to figure out what size I needed to use. This is the actual original one with the mower, but with this fabrication, it's too long. The 1 1/4 was perfect. It still had plenty of thread inside the shaft of the crank, and it didn't stick out. So that is the one I picked. It's got lots of thread, and it doesn't bottom out. Close to getting bottom out, but it doesn't. Here you can see I put the plate back in. As far as it cutting better, mulching better, I really don't know. I like to say it probably is, because now you have that center part semi-covered up. I could have done a better job cutting the hole out. You can see I'm a little bit big on the left-hand side there. The right-hand side, I'm pretty much right there. But I was using a jigsaw. I should have got my plasma cutter out. So anyways, it does work. Yeah, there is grass that gets stuck up inside there. Nothing too crazy. It seems to kind of fly back out. And when I'm done, you know, either through the yard or the end of the day, I'll just go ahead and blow it out. But I had this seemed to work okay as well with the plate off, but my concern was having stuff flying up. So there's not really a lot of grass in there. And then next, another choice is putting that cover on, but then I think I would have more grass piling up, even more so in this area, making the belt come off and wearing out quicker probably. But made a few passes here. I was going to show you. It's definitely cutting much better than a single blade. Last week my Honda broke down my HRX217 twin blade mower, which I got the idea and the parts from. Some of the parts. Yeah, that HRX just outcuts this Exmark single blade. So now that I have that set up on here, for most part, I'm gonna go ahead and make a few passes here. any mower is not going to cut every single blade, but this versus my old setup, it's just saving so much more time because I having to double cut a lot with the St. Augustine. So not that I have this double blade on now, it's not as much of an issue. Particular pass, there's nothing sticking up. Those two passes, nothing sticking up. There's a little runner right here, but that's not really sticking up. So yeah, I mean, I had to take a little slower because the grass is pretty thick, but man, this is gonna save me so much time. Okay, I was gonna give you an update here with this shield there. I've had it on about a week now, and I thought it was going to get a bunch of grass inside there, but that hasn't been an issue. All the grass is pretty much staying on the outer part of the deck. So I'm going to go ahead and show you real quick. Grass is not going in there. Grass you're seeing flying around is from the outer part of the deck there. But check that out.